Hello, this is Joe. Today is the 24th of March of 2023, and I should have recorded this a while ago. So let me tell you how I've been doing. I don't know how I've been doing, but I've been doing. It's been 3 weeks since I actually started studying at university. I already explained how big the university I am is. It's kind of crazy. At the same time, like, my department is really small. The department of plastic arts, of visual arts, of fine arts, I don't know how it's, all of these names apply in one way or another. But it's a crazy interesting course. First of all, we barely have any tests, if we do at all. I haven't heard of any. But we are tested in other ways. Don't have any of my works to show you because they're all in São Paulo in my friend's house. I didn't bring them back. But I've been doing some stuff, and just the beginning. I just barely got introduced to all my teachers. And everything's just starting. But it's crazy. I've been having lots of feelings about what's it like to be an artist, right? And what's my future? What does it hold for me? And how to make money. Money is very important. How to survive in São Paulo without money? I don't know. I don't have money. I don't have money, but I can work. It could be US, but I just don't know how to. And I can do a lot of things, but can I do them in a way that makes it make money for me? I don't know. Anyway, basically I have 5 classes right now, which is History of Art in Brazil in the 19th century, History of Art in the Wales in the 20th century, Drawing and Observation, not observational drawing, but drawing and observation. The teacher, the professor, makes a clear distinction between these two. Then there's Form and Space, which is sort of the sculpture class, but it's not really sculpture. It's more than sculpture, just sculpture. And a matter of fact, we really haven't really done much sculpting yet. Actually, we did sculpting with cardboard. It was pretty interesting. I loved everyone's stuff. And I even had a small disagreement with the teacher, which wasn't really a disagreement. It's just that the way that I worded it was pretty poor, and it sounded like a disagreement. And I guess she got a bit irritated. I don't know. I felt insecure about it, but I said what I had to say. Not in the way that I wanted to say that. And then the last class is color in art, color in art, which is a painting class, more or less, like oil painting. But it's not like its purpose is not to teach us oil painting necessarily. I mean, it is, but also it is to teach us color. Because the 3 practical classes are drawing, painting, and sculpting. Basically, that's what they used to be in the past. Now they're a lot more freeform, and there are the 3 pillars, of visual art, sort of. I mean, there are way more pillars, especially when you get into digital. This college is not very digital at all. The whole course is not very digital. There's one teacher that teaches multimedia stuff. Professor Sylvia. I don't know if we call her teacher, professor, doctor. I'm looking forward to her course. She looks fun and not that this should matter. But I just like her enthusiasm for technology. But she's basically the only teacher that really has anything to do with technology. And most of the course is very analog, which I like. And I can use that with digital in interesting ways. I already have some plans in my mind, both for conversing, between analogic and digital, with VHS stuff, which I don't see many of my peers doing, so I want to do it. And I don't know. There's analog photography. I think that's a required course, a required semester, analog photography, in which we even have to reveal analog photography the old way with acid and all of those. Oh my God. And all of those things. And there's once a student that was rushed to the hospital because of the vapors that come up of the chemicals used to reveal the photos, which is really interesting. It's very old school. I love it. I'm super looking forward to it. There is how are these names in English? Serigraphy. Yeah, xylogravure, like wood cutting gravure. I don't know. And there's like stone print. Is it a stone print? I don't know. There's a lot of ancient techniques, not really ancient, but there's like 19th century stuff or more, way back before 19th century. Like, people were doing like stuff with lithogravure, I think. Lithogravure, xylogravure, and lots of other serigraphy, which I'm looking forward to making shirts. Yeah, right. I mean, this is the most basic shit ever, but I want to make shirts. So yeah, 3D, I do want to, like, there's nothing specifically aimed at 3D, but I'm super looking forward to how I can implement 3D within the context of all these analog stuffs. And I'm thinking about, like, how I'm going to use panels, because I do want to have, like, an exhibition. Like, I want to be an artist at some point because there are things that you can say inside a museum that are really interesting. Not necessarily inside a museum, but inside a curated physical space that you can get into, right? And I do want to play with that. But I do want to also tie it back to games. Games are my thing. Games, comics, animation, movies, music videos. These are my things. I am a digital artist first and foremost. But I want to learn and to converse with the analog worlds and how that, like, Middens. Is it Middens? I haven't played it because it looks a bit off-putting to me, sincerely. But it's the intention, right? Is it Middens? I think it's Middens. RPG Maker. Is it Middens? Is it not Middens? Oh, it's not Middens, but it's the same author, isn't it? Middens is another off-putting game. But it's off-putting in a good way. But in a good way that I don't engage with. Because I want to be pleased. Most of the time, I want to play things that are gentle to me. But it's not Middens. Middens has a super interesting art style, though. But what was the game? Fine Art Gallery. I think... they deactivated the DeviantArt account for obvious reasons. I shouldn't deactivate mine as well, maybe. God, I forgot the name of the game that uses clay sculpture and claymation, together with pixelated effect. It was really interesting. Claymation RPG Maker. Let me check out if I can find it. Helix. I don't know if they have anything to do with each other, Helix and Middens. I think it's the same author, but yeah. Helix has a really interesting mixture of analog and digital. Once again, it is off-putting, but I should give it a shot at some point. But yeah, Helix has been in my mind as this one example of how you can make those things merge. And there's also that very interesting like graphics demo. It's just screenshots of Mother 4 for the Nintendo 64, which was meant to be done with felt plushies and felt dioramas, which brings me back to Fantasian by Hironobu Sakaguchi, the author of Final Fantasy, director, not author. These are different things. And it was all made with dioramas too. Very interesting. But yeah, I want to see how these things merge together and affect my art in interesting ways. Is a journey. I'll have to have money to fund my stay at São Paulo, which is really expensive. And having a nice place to stay is important because I work from home. And I do want to keep working from home because I want to be able to work on my art and not as an English teacher or something. Especially since there is the university gives us so many tools to do art with. Because there are these workshops. I should record a video showing y'all the place from inside out, but there are these oh my god, what's the name? These office scenes, ateliers, where we can, like, this ceramic. There is wood cutting. It's not wood cutting. There is all of those gravure things I talked about earlier. There's the multimedia room. There is a lot of space to do installations. We do have our own museum, which is called Espaço das Artes, or Space for the Arts, art spaces, art space, I don't know. It's really interesting. It's a place where all of the graduates and postgraduates, I think, there's like doctorates and masters come show their work as well, and even teachers from all three arts courses, because I study at the Department of Plastic Arts. Well, my course is a visual arts degree, and the department is called Department of Plastic Arts. But then there's the Department of Music and the Department of Scenic Arts, which also has the School of Dramatic Arts. These two are related. I'm not sure how they differ, other than one is a technical course that wants to be extinguished. The university wants to extinguish it, and the other is bachelor's degree, which is I don't know why one is adopted by the university and the other one is resisted. I don't know, but that's a problem. Anyway, I have to learn more about the politics happening inside campus, by the way, because the arts area is not an area that is very welcomed. I don't know, like, it's not, let's invest in arts, right? Which is dumb, because art is soft power. And if you want to invest in a country so it can stand strong abroad, you need it to have a good cultural relevance, cultural influence, right? Remember when Brazil was relevant in music? Thanks, Anita, for bringing that back. But once upon a time, we were crashing waves across all of the world with our music. Back in the 60s, 50s, I don't know exactly. Not exactly the biggest music historian, but that was a thing, and it's not anymore. And it needs to be a thing. Korea has been doing that very well. South Korea has been doing that very well, right? With the soft power thing. And why don't we do it? Why do the people not understand, and it's a project, why it's so important to export culture and not only soybean and meat and chicken and rice? I mean, we have to export culture and technology. Anyway, this is getting to another topic, but yeah, arts is an area that suffers a lot from the lack of funding, and yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's been it, basically, right? And the things that are on my mind right now is I need a place to stay in São Paulo. I need a workflow so I can keep on making stuff that feeds me, right? And I have been failing at that miserably for the last few years, since before my hospitalization, to be honest. For lots of different reasons. Depression, and lack of social interaction, and then loneliness, and then all of these terrible, dense family stuff going on. But I'm here, right? I'm a bit lighter now in a way, because I haven't been fighting much lately. Thankfully, I haven't witnessed a lot of fights because I've been away from my family. they asked me if I miss them. I don't. It's sad to say that I don't. But I think it'll take a while before I miss them. I need to find something inside, right? A sense of peace before I can miss this. Because right now, it's just so good to be away. I bet I've been away for 26 days only. And I'm back in my bedroom. So it's not, it's a vacation. You don't miss your family after vacation, do you? Sometimes, I guess, but not always. This light is irritating me. Anyway. But yeah, that's how things I've been doing. Yeah, I'll guess give you guys another update at some point. There are lots of emotional things going on too, and I guess you should be open about like there's just so many people that you meet, and after not meeting anyone for so long, your heart goes places, right? And so it's been going places. And as I wanna turn into you. But yeah, it's just funny just how these things work. Oh god, my hair's getting all. Let me wash it again. Like it's something you do once in a lifetime. Yeah, I've been feeling a bit lonely actually in college. It's just weird because I'm not exactly an introvert, but I'm very timid and insecure. But I like to be around people. But I won't talk to people because I'm so insecure that the things that I'm going to say are going to be wrong. I don't know. But it's funny because in the group of extroverts, I am silent and I'm observing, and I probably have a resting bitch face or something. And then in the group of introverts, I will be the one that is like, hey, are you okay? How are you doing? Let's do something, right? So I'm in the middle. It's funny. But I hope that I can be like a positive presence in my environment in a way, despite all of my, look at my fingers disappearing, despite all my limitations. Look at the light reflecting from my hand into my face. See? Shadow. No, yeah, shadow, light, reflection. This is interesting. Let me cover. See, now you can look at my face. But you can't hear me. Now you can hear me. Yeah. Now I'm just saying bullshit. I guess that's the cue to end the video. Bye.